Hi, it's nearly Valentine's Day. This love shadow box will make the cutest Valentine's decoration. The download link is in the description below. It is password protected. The password is in the video. No riddles, no need to guess. Watch the video to find the password. Once put in the correct password, it will lead to the download page. For Cameo user, all the elements are in one file. These three elements are for the box itself. These three elements are spaces. We will need 9 long spaces, 24 medium spaces, and 10 short spaces. For Cricut user, upload the spacer SVG file to design space. Right-click, ungroup. We'll change the score lines for all the spaces first. Go to right-hand side panel, choose the top layer, and go to top, change to score. Click and make sure both layers are selected. Attach. Same as the other two spaces, change the score lines. There are 3 different sizes of spaces: long, medium, and short. We will need 9 long spaces, 24 medium spaces, and 10 short spaces. You can duplicate to the exact number we want. What I'm going to show you is probably a little bit quicker. We're going to duplicate the long and the short spaces. Select the longest and the shortest spaces. Right-click, duplicate. Select the medium spaces. Duplicate 5 of them. Now we have 2 long spaces, 5 medium spaces, and 2 short spaces. Click Make It. Go to the project copies here, change it to 5, and then apply. So we will have 10 long spaces, 25 medium spaces, and 10 short spaces. We will have 1 extra long spaces and 1 extra medium spaces. It's up to you if you want to cut them out, or you could choose 1 long one and click dot here, hide selected, and choose 1 medium spaces, hide it. This way we have the exact numbers we need. Click continue to cut. Here are the spaces cut out in 3 different sizes: long, medium, and short. There are scoring lines on all the spaces. Basically, we're going to fold all the score lines like this, fold the long spaces like this, and glue the 2 ends together. This is medium size spaces, fold, glue 2 ends together. Short spaces, squeeze them into a tube. Here we have tubes in 3 different sizes. Continue with the rest of the spaces. Making all the spaces might be the most time-consuming part in this project. The spaces definitely worth the time and effort. I have made 2 shadow boxes earlier, one with foam tapes, this one with the spaces. The one with spaces gives better depth for all the layers and makes the whole shadow box stand out. Even the spaces aren't seen, but they play an important part in this project. Shape all the spaces into tubes. Some of them I didn't fold them well, so now it's the time to adjust it. We have done all the spaces. Make sure you have the correct numbers of the spaces. We are going to carry on to cut the next file. Upload the Love Shadow Box SVG to design space. Right-click and ungroup. There are 3 elements for the box itself. Those 3 are the elements that we need to change score line. Click one item, go to right hand side, choose the top layer, change it to score, Select, make sure both layers are selected and attached, same as those two bars. And all the layers, we don't need to change anything. Click Make It to cut. Here are all the layers. If everything looks good and you're happy with the color, click Continue to cut and choose your material. We have all the layers cut out for the shadow box. We are going to assemble the box first. These 3 pieces are for the shadow box. Follow the folding lines. Fold the box pieces like this. This is the base. This piece goes to the bottom of the shadow box. This one goes to the top of the shadow box. Glue them together. The shadow box base is done. Make sure all the edges align well. Get this piece with 1 at the bottom. We are going to put spaces. 3 long ones, 3 medium spaces at the bottom, 3 spaces for the L, V, and E, 2 short spaces for the O. This is how we're going to arrange the spaces. Glue all the spaces on. All the spaces are glued on. Get the piece with number 2 at the bottom. Apply glue on all the spaces and glue number 2 on. When apply a new layer on, align 2 layers properly. Press gently, only press where there are spaces. The second layer is done now. We are going to put more spaces on the second layer, same as the first one. 3 long spaces like this, 3 medium spaces at the bottom, 3 medium spaces at the bottom, 3 for the wording L side of V and E, 2 short spaces for the O. Glue all the spaces on. All the spaces are glued on. Get the layer with number 3 at the bottom. Glue it on. Align well. Give it a gentle tap from the top. Now this layer is done. There are 3 layers now. Flip it to the back. We are going to apply spaces at the back. 3 long ones and here, and 3 at the bottom, 3 medium one at the bottom, 3 medium one, 3 medium spaces for the wording, 2 small spaces for the O. Glue all the spaces on. I always think Tasmanian devil is a pretty cool animal. Don't forget to visit them if you come to Australia. The spacers are now glued on the back of the layers. We are going to apply glue on the spacers and put the layers into the shadow box. Make sure all the tabs are bent backward. All the tabs are bending backward now. Apply glue on all the spacers. Flip it over and gently put it into the shadow box. The shadow box is slightly bigger than all the layers. Give it a gentle tap. We are going to put spacers on the wording. 3 medium for L, V, and E, 2 small spacers for the O. In between, if the spacers, the shape is not really squarish, try to adjust it back to a square tube. 3 medium spacers, 2 short spacers. Get this layer, LOV with all the love part coming out. Apply glue. It's looking good. Last 5 spacers. The last layer of wording love. Bend all the tabs in. Apply glues on all the tabs. There's only one more layer, and which is the frame layer. We are going to glue this on like this. The frame layer on. I'm going to flip it over and give it a gentle tap from the other side. We have made this gorgeous love shadow box. I just love the layer effect. Hope you enjoy making it. Thank you for watching.